Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and this is Best Bookish Reviews, and I am here today to do my December wrap-up. But before that, I'm going to run through everything I've read since January 1st, and I'm just going to put them on the screen as I announce them. And so I started with Midwinter Murder by Agatha Christie, The One and Only Ivan, Cat Among the Pigeons, Iron Flame, Happy Place by Emily Henry, Saint Odd, A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, My Murder by Katie Williams, Broken Melody, Spines and Leaves by Shatona Havig, A Caribbean Mystery by Agatha Christie, 9 Lives by Peter Swanson, Emma by Jane Austen, Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte, The Mystery of Mrs. Christie by Marie Benedict, The Man in the Brown Suit by Agatha Christie, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, The Madness of Crowds by Louise Penny, A Murder is Announced by Agatha Christie. This is March. The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, however you say his last name. Boston Jane by Jennifer L. Home, Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young, The Secret of Chimneys by Agatha Christie, where this is the start of April. Still Life by Louise Penny. I should already have this page ready. The Survivors by Jane Harper, The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley, Bill O'Reilly's Killing Kennedy, Double Fudge Murder by Jan Fields. Getting into May, A Rule Against Murder by Louise Penny, Agatha Christie's The Big Four, and this is still May. The Pale Horse by Agatha Christie, Simone St. James, Murder Road, The Personal Librarian by Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, Girl Forgotten by Karen Slaughter, The Premonition at Withers Farms by Jamie Jo Wright, The Fury by Alex Michaelides, Jan Karen's At Home in Mitford. We're in June. Agatha Christie's Parker Pine Investigates, The River We Remember by William Kent Kruger. Prairie was a January read that I was late getting put down. Is by Shatona Havig. The House is on Fire, Rachel Beamon. Dean Koontz's One Door Away from Heaven, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Aragon by Christopher Paolini. July, Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. The Christmas Train by David Baldacci. A Fatal Grace by Louise Penny. Miss Austen Investigates, The Hapless Milliner by Jessica Bull. The Frozen River by Ariel Lahan. Death Comes as the End, Agatha Christie. Several pages turning. The President is Missing by Bill Clinton and James Patterson. Booth by Karen Joy Fowler. We're in August. September, The Secrets of Heartwood Hall, Agatha Christie's Destination Unknown, The Broken Girls by Simone St. James, Jane Eyre, Lee Child, Bad Luck and Trouble. Thomas Wingfield Currett by George MacDonald. The Mysterious Mr. Quinn by Agatha Christie, and this is the start of October, which would be Victober. The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. The Cruelest Month by Louise Penny. It would also be Antober. Anne of Green Gables. The Haunted House by Charles Dickens. Cinco de Mayhem by Anne Myers. The Lost Boys of Barlow Theater by Jamie Jo Wright. Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot's Christmas. The Mystery of Three Quarters, which is the continuation of Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot, and this was written by Sophie Hannah. Darcy Coates' Dead of Winter. Beginning November, A Quiet Life in the Country by T.E. Kinsey. Every Value Break by Peter Swanson. Murder on the Red River, Marcy R. Rendon. Another Sophie Hannah, The Killings at Kingfisher Hill. Harper Lee's Go Set a Watchman. Tuesdays with Maury. Still in November. The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Sophie Kinsella's What Does It Feel Like? Killers of the Flower Moon. The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI by David Grann. Broken Bayou by Jennifer Moorhead. I reread The Outsiders again by S.E. Hinton. Louise Penny's The Brutal Telling. We're still in November. Anne Bronte's The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. Joel C. Rosenberg's The Jerusalem Assassin. 5 stars. Would give it 100. Loved that book. They Came to Baghdad by Agatha Christie. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Chronicle of a Death Foretold. Debbie McComer's Wanted, Perfect Partner. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. The graphic novel I Survived the Sinking of the Titanic. Now we're in December. Murder at... Oh, wait a minute. I have those books. Okay. Murder at the Vicarage by Agatha Christie. This I gave 4 stars to. This is about Miss Marple. And she works to solve a murder of a man who was killed at the vicar's house, and the vicar is married, and he's married to a younger woman, but Miss Marple is just a wonderful character, and Agatha Christie is such a master at mysteries, and Miss Marple is such a unique personality. Her and Poirot have got to be these amazing characters, so amazing. I don't think I've ever met 2 characters that I would put could match up to them. They're just amazing. So anyway, that was my first read of December. Next I have another Agatha Christie, Poirot Investigates, and this are some short stories about Hercule Poirot, and these are just like case files. I would call them little short stories. I love these. You get them real quick, and I listen to them, and David I can say his name, but I can't right now. Okay. He was on the TV show that was on, that he played Poirot, and his last name is spelled Suchet, but anyway, he was the one who actually read did the audiobook for it on Everand that I found, and he would just did such a good job. He does such a good Poirot, and so good. I gave this 5 stars. So I can say the name, but I just can't right now. Okay, the next one I'll have to put up here is Dead Man's Folly, and right now I can't remember it. Ariadne is planning like a fete outside this big house, this estate, and they're doing a mock murder mystery, and Ariadne Oliver doesn't feel real right about it. Something is off, so she calls in Poirot and has him come out and try to stop it before it happens. And so you know the rest of the story. And so or there wouldn't be a mystery to solve. So anyway, it was good, but there was just something off about it. You know, it is a Poirot, but there's just something off about that one that I didn't give it 5 stars. But anyway, the next one, Sleeping Murder by Agatha Christie, and this one is about Gwenda, and she moves into this new house, and she has this sense of like deja vu, like she's been there before, and she's coming down the stairs and she like sees this woman lying dead on the floor at the bottom of the stairs, and she's also redoing that's not a giveaway, it happens like right in the front of the book, and she's remodeling, and she like wants this certain type of wallpaper, and she feels like there should be a door at a certain place. And so anyway, it's creepy. I gave this 5 stars. I really like this one. Miss Marple is in it, and Miss Marple is so smart, and so really good. You know, really like Miss Marple. All right, I read a lot of Agatha Christie because this was the month for this is the 31st, by the way, when I'm filming this. This was the month for the Agatha Christie is Missing readathon. So after that, my reading kind of just I will finish one more book, but it's going to take me all day today to finish it. So then I've read Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie, and Poirot goes to Egypt, and there is a murder, and of course these 2 people are married, and this woman took this girl's fiance away from her, and Lynette had everything. So why she would want this girl's one plaything, you know, so to speak. Anyway, so she took, yeah. And then I read again, you know, I said I read this before, but I read The Mystery of Mrs. Christie by Marie Benedict, and I loved this again. I gave it 5 stars. I gave this one 5 stars too. This is about the week the week Agatha Christie was missing and what might have happened while she was gone. So she kind of wrote, it was as if Agatha Christie wrote her own mystery, and it was really good. It was really good. I like it, and I'll read it again. So the next book I finished was Louise Penny's Bury Your Dead, and this was about a Armand Gamache, and he had solved a murder, but he wasn't happy with the outcome, and he felt like it wasn't the right outcome, and so he still had his team kind of working it, and he went somewhere else, like to his old mentors where he was at, and was taking a break and recuperating and trying to bury his dead. So, and actually ended up working on a case there. So that was actually, the title begins with a B. The next one I finished it on, I believe it was New Year's Eve. It was 5 stars. Bury Your Dead was 5 stars. I finished Shepherds Abiding by Jan Karen, and I have started with my friend Chris, reading this every year around Christmas time. And this is about the Mitford. This is the Mitford series, part of the Mitford series. And Father Tim, I didn't even have to look, I remembered. Father Tim gets a, I'm going to just call it a nativity set. They call it something else in here, but I can't remember what they call it. And he fixes it up. He's working on it to try to give it to his wife for Christmas. And it's just a beautiful story, just so sweet. And I just love Father Tim, and I just love this book and the beautiful end pages. So yes, and it's all about family. And so the next book, I have all my end of the year stuff in here. The next book I finished this on Christmas Eve, A Christmas Carol. So 5 stars, A Christmas Carol. Everybody ought to know what A Christmas Carol is about. And then I finished, I haven't finished anything since the 26th. Murder on the Orient Express, 5 stars. This is about the Orient Express. Perot goes on a train ride. He's traveling, and he is like really not supposed to be on there. The train is booked, but his friend Mr. Book gets him a place on there, and this man is murdered. The man had previously tried to hire him to protect him, but anyway, he ends up murdered. And so Perot has to find out who murdered him. So the next one I am reading now that I will finish today, it was for my friend Chris's readathon, or read along, whatever you want to call it. I will finish Little Women today. I have 3 hours to go. 4 if I slow it back down. It's Little Women, and it's by Louisa May Alcott. I will probably give it 5 stars. I did last year, or whenever I read it before. And you all know what Little Women is about. It's about 4 girls who grew up. It's the March sisters, and they grew up poor. It's during the Civil War, and it's Jo, Beth, Amy, Meg, and yeah. So that is what I read. Let me see if I can get them all up here. So this, and that's it. I hope you all have a happy new year, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.